Alright guys, so let me make this video while it's fresh on my mind, okay? This happened Saturday. Now the stance of this has changed, okay, since then. Alright, because they're still working to stop this. I'll put this video out, but at the time I had got this information, it's 100. Okay, so what's going on? It is an oil spill out in California. The information again I retrieved was on Saturday. It's 126,000 gallons spilled out there, or basically like 3,000 barrels. The oil sheet is about 5.8 miles long, okay, and it's about 2.5 miles off the West Coast shore. Just so you know, Huntington Beach and Venice Beach is suburban LA area. Okay, it's LA coast for people who are not aware. Okay, workers are trying to work hard to try to contain this spill, and again, it's more than that now. Okay, I would be willing to bet now it's at least 200,000 gallons of oil. Now, there were some attempts made to put some patches on the pipeline and so forth, and I'll get to that here in a second, okay? But it's predicted that this oil sheet was going to slide down the coastline further south to Oceanside, which is about maybe 80 miles south of LA. They have a marine base there, so it's pretty much in between LA and San Francisco, where Oceanside, California. So it's probably close to that by now. Some of that oil has made it to the coast, and there's dead fish and birds. It's not a pretty sight to see. Okay. Now, there's a couple of islands off the LA area. I do know one island is Catalina Island. Actually, you can fly out there and you can visit that island. They have really high profile people that live out there, and you have to have some dough to stay out there. Okay, they'll take you out there on a little crop duster. There's supposed to be some oil derricks out there. Now, I never even knew that. Okay, and I worked in the oil industry for 20 years. I knew they had some oil down there in Bakersfield, which is probably a couple of hours east, but I never even knew that. I do know that is oil supplies, an oil terminal at the Long Beach terminal. Yeah, I do know that. But anyway, between those oil derricks and there's a terminal, it's not Long Beach, but somewhere else near Long Beach, some oil terminal. There's a couple of pipelines that run through there, and for whatever reason, those pipelines were breached. I don't know if somebody was messing with that pipeline, if there was maybe like a cargo ship or whatever that scraped it. I don't know, but the theory is that one of those pipelines or whatever were breached for some reason, and that's where the oil spill comes from. Okay, I don't know if they have it contained by now, but it's going to take a little bit of time, okay, to get this spill cleaned up as well as contained, okay, afterwards. So this is one of the worst spills that they had out there. One thing I didn't know is they had actually the worst spill in 1968 out there in the same area. Okay, along with the other spill we had like 10 years ago out there in the Gulf, the BP spill. Now, this oil here is already manufactured oil. Okay, it's not raw crude oil like it was out in Louisiana, the Gulf Coast out there. So, man, you know, I guess there's all this stuff about pestilence and storms and all this different stuff. Fires. They got mice pestilence out there in Australia. Okay, fires out there in Australia where all those animals will burn up. heat waves. They got worm pestilence out there somewhere in, I think, in Georgia or Alabama. All these different fish that they stuck in they're from China, okay, that's eating up all the fish or whatever, tegus and all these different exotic animals, okay, killer wasp here in the U.S. that they're trying to deal with. You know, so this is just another check on the block with this oil spill, okay? This is not even really a natural disaster, okay? This is probably from human error, all right? I mean, America's just getting tore up, man. Tore up from the floor up. Man. So yeah, this is really, really bad, y'all, okay? I don't think it's safe to go out to the beach or whatever. I seriously doubt that. But then again, there's a lot of issues out that beach with there's so many homeless people. And then, you know, it would be, I'm thinking I wouldn't want to come out there because you may come out there and step on glass, or if you bring your family or your children there, they'll step on needles and stuff like that, okay, from homeless people. If you walk the boardwalk, I've seen some footage from a guy I listened to named Big Hurt 916, credit to you, sir. All right, and that was a really good video that you made, informative. You can go down the boardwalk or whatever, and it's probably 20 miles of right between the boardwalk and the beach. They got a whole line of homeless people or whatever. I mean, it's really, really bad. So on top of probably not safe of, you know, getting in the water, you know, again, you're scared, you'll be afraid, or you should be afraid of like I say, needles or whatever. Stepping on some needles and then getting poisoned, getting AIDS or something. But yeah, but back to the oil spill. Man, there's some terrible issues out there, y'all. It's sad to say for those who live in Southern California.